Hello there, and welcome to the Second Life Book Club. My name is Draxtor Dupre, and I'm here at the main venue of island number one of the book club archipelago. We have three islands now. Ooh, I hear a lot of strange sounds in the background. I hear like a commercial playing, and this commercial is undoubtedly a commercial for our second anniversary. Now, this is hilarious. We started the book club on April 8th, 2020, with Matt Ruff, author of Lovecraft Country, with Ken Liu, one of the biggest authors of sci-fi and fantasy, and also the translator of the Three Body Problem, and then two relative newcomers, S.L. Huang and C.B. Lee, wonderful authors. We started on April 8th. Now, today is April 20th, and the most embarrassing thing is that I completely missed our anniversary, right? We should have done this on April 8th. Now, you may say, well, Draxter, that's not a big deal. A much bigger deal would be if you would miss your wedding anniversary, let's say, hypothetically. Unfortunately, I also missed my wedding anniversary once, but that's another story. I only missed it once, and I think that was about 8 years ago. Anyway, so today, what I want to do, we're doing something very special. Here on the stage with me is Shyla, the super gecko, who has been with us from the very beginning. Hello, Shyla. Oops, I cannot hear Shyla.
Here I am. Hi, Drax.
Oh, here you are. Hello, Shyla. Shyla has been here from the beginning with the book club, or close to the beginning, I believe, doing background research, and we've done this show every single week. And how we divide it up, I read the books, and I let myself sort of guide by the work, finding out who the author is by the work, and then Shyla checks out interviews and background research. I don't watch any interviews with the author. I mean, some authors I'm familiar with, but Shyla does all the background research. Isabel is also on the call. Isabel might be a disembodied voice. Hello, Isabel. Is yeah, we're under the weather. I have not I don't have COVID. My son has COVID, so we're actually masked indoors today in the apartment here at the Draxter compound. So I really thought I had COVID. I woke up, I couldn't speak. It was terrible. Um, but anyway, Monkey is new to the team, and she will hopefully be at the third anniversary. I just want to give a shout out to Monkey. She's also now doing background research with Shyla, and then another big shout out has to go, of course, to Ruby, and we're going to um, look at the worlds that Ruby, primarily Ruby, with a few exceptions, built. Sometimes completely from scratch, sometimes a combination with existing Second Life assets and our sponsors, but it is absolutely amazing. We have three islands. I never thought that it would get this far. We have three islands full of about probably 60 worlds, basically, that represent the themes of an author, of sometimes their entire body of work, sometimes a specific um, book. It is absolutely insane. So this has become basically a persistent book world for people to explore. We had about 25,000 visitors since the beginning of the program. It is absolutely insane. I'm very proud of what we accomplished. And again, the cool thing is that the worlds, of course, I mean, I'm preaching to the choir, to all of you guys here in the room. Of course, we know that Second Life is persistent. It's a world that is still there. Uh, it's not like Schrodinger's virtual world. Like, if we log off, is the world still there? That's not a question. We know that the world is still there, and so anybody can come in, anybody can check out um, the authors and so on and so on. So what I want to do today is to walk around and look at some of these worlds, and everybody can walk and talk with us. We're using Google Meet for ease of use for the viewers also on YouTube and for the recording. So I would ask you to to put your comments in chat, and I will pick it up from there. So as you follow us along, we will see the chat also on the screen, and I can pick it up. Using Second Life for this tour is difficult because we're going to be teleporting around, so we're not static in one location. Shyla, I introduced you and then I talked over you. Well, actually, I didn't because I was just monologuing. But Shyla, before we head out, how have you enjoyed the craziness of the book club? I mean, a new author every single week. That's
it
kind of insane.
it is insane. I don't know how you read all the books. I love doing the research and with Monkey on board, I really, because what I'm looking for is the personal side of the author. Uh, what are their
What the author, what drives the author, and that kind of thing.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
drives them to write, what their history is like that might have brought them to where they are today, and to the messages that their books have.
And this is really the great. I think the division of work that we have with this. Let me sit down because Shala, you're a little small. I feel I'm talking down to you when I'm not sitting. Would you like to sit
Nah,
here?
I'm good. Now you're even taller. You're up in the air
Oh
on
crap!
the.
Well, this is a Lovecraftian chair that was purchased for Matt Ruff. Matt Ruff is known for Lovecraft Country. Actually, the main reason why he was invited, Lovecraft Country came out on HBO around the time, but he actually wrote. He was our first guest. He wrote a book called 88 Names, which is about virtual reality. I highly recommend 88 Names. It's really in sort of the list of the snow crash is important, neuromancer is important, snow crash is important, and I think 88 names is also really important. um, but Charlotte, this is what I really love because I read the book and then you fill this in with where is the author coming from, what drives him, and I kind of infer that stuff from the book sometimes. uh, you know Pure speculation, like, this could be a possible motivation for the guy to engage, or the gal, engage with this kind of stuff, and then you kind of confirm or broaden the perspective. And Ruby, I didn't finish actually my thought with Ruby earlier on. By the way, Monkey, thank you. Monkey's putting um, the link to the books when as we mentioned them in the local chat here. So 88 names was mentioned, but I want to say Ruby has created most of these worlds based on a very sort of sometimes very cursory, scatterbrained description of the book as I'm reading it, right? So I start reading on Wednesday or Thursday, and then by Saturday I give Ruby like this. Oh, this book's about this, about this, about that, about this, and then we have this Google Doc, and then she goes, okay. So she starts putting it together, and we're going to start walking in a minute. We'll see how, how Ruby has sort of filtered this this stuff that sometimes I very incoherently, I admit that, try to relate to her into worlds that somehow have they capture something. And when the author comes in, which is amazing because I want people to understand, I reach out to these authors, and in the beginning of the pandemic, it was very easy actually to get authors to come back to me. It's gotten a little bit more difficult naturally because people are not on full lockdown anymore. Many of these authors have full day jobs and they have other commitments and they're going back on tour. But in the very beginning, everybody was sitting at home like, oh shit, my book tour is canceled. Oh my God, a crazy German avatar is calling me to appear in a like some weird Minecraft clone. Um, yes, I'm gonna do it. So it was very easy to get these authors on, and they had no expectations at all. I said, we will build you an avatar, we will build you a world. Any ideas? And then some people like, yeah, just make me 30 years younger and 20 pounds lighter, and build whatever. And then we build it, and people came in, the authors came in, and they go like, "Whoa, this is crazy." Jerry here is saying in the local chat, "I love the authors' reactions when they see their sets and all of us sitting in their books." Absolutely, this is really one of the biggest joys of doing this, is when the author with very little expectations, some actually with a fair amount of skepticism, right? In like, okay, I'm on lockdown, I have nothing to do, might as well do this weird thing. It's certainly weird. And then for the most part, I would actually say really kind of 100%. They are, and I base this on the feedback that they give me or us. They had a fantastic time. A lot of people use the term liberating, liberating to be among people, to see so much appreciation. And a lot of people point out the, oh, Shyla is leaving me. Shyla is walking away. Shyla, don't walk away. Am I frightening you with my Lovecraft seat?
No, no, I'm being called away to the physical world. I'm so sorry. I'm
Oh,
so
Shyla
glad
has
to
to
be a
go.
part of this and to be a part of everybody who comes every week. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Shyla. Oh, right. I forgot that we're losing you for today. Okay, so without any further ado, I think we should start doing our walk and talk. And again, a big shout out then to Isabel too. Isabel is also on the main audio chat.
Yeah,
Is
excuse the crazy camera work that's going to happen now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Isabel is following me with the camera, and of course, because we're teleporting all over the place, it might be a little chaotic
Yeah.
today. And actually, two more things real quick. So big shout out also to Strawberry from Linden Lab. Strawberry has been doing this from the beginning, and then she was called away. She's very busy, and I really want to, I appreciate it so much because I know how much she works, that she was also committed to the book club before Isabel thankfully came on. Um, and Strawberry was also instrumental in just really getting this off the ground with total professionalism. And now we replaced it with Isabel. And I know Isabel is going to say, "Well, yeah, you replaced professionalism with amateurness." No, we didn't. We
Yeah,
did
you
not.
did.
No, we did not. You are fantastic, and I mean, this is a challenging thing. I mean, the challenging thing is we're dealing with, frankly, every week we're dealing with, and I say this in the most endearing sense of the word, noobs. Okay?
That's not me.
No,
No, I know.
a noob, I don't see the word noob, and please, people, chime in the local chat. I don't see the word noob as a negative word. These are people who are just new, and these authors are new to the environment, and so there are challenges. We do a lot of onboarding. I do at least an hour minimum onboarding and then some pickup before the show and so on and so forth. So, but still, it's a challenging it's a challenging environment. Now, okay, one more thing before we go. Kitten says, "Will we get the book titles to Dragster?" Kitten, please specify. I'm not sure what you mean. You mean like the book titles that you want to talk about or authors that you want to have on the show? Let me know. Isabel, I'm assuming you have like local environment light settings on or something like that.
No, I've just put one on. Do you want me to put it on shared environment so that we go into that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do share it because we might actually see some kind of cool different environments. I
Okay.
have no idea what Ruby. Oh yeah, Ruby. I forgot to say Ruby's not with us because she has COVID. She's not with us today. And again, big shout out to Ruby because she made all these worlds. So we started with this venue here, right? This kind of like whatever it is, like a round thingy. Kind of boring. Was made by moles. The moles. You know what they are all
It's
about.
fabulous.
No, it's good. But um, so here on the ground level, and people always like, "What do you mean you have like 60 worlds on this archipelago?" Well, Arden, don't teleport quite yet. Arduin also, by the way, oh, it's great to see Arduin here. There's a lot of Arduin stuff here. When we first started and put this out here, Arduin actually landscaped this a little bit. So there's a bunch of things that people can do. Like there's a bunch of like these board games here, and and this weird sort of Soviet style. This is actually a really cool um, Tetris type ripoff game that you did. But we're not here to talk about Ardern's games. We're here to talk about worlds and books. So please follow me.
Oh my god.
Oh, this looks cool on my screen. It's a little dark, but
Yeah,
leave it.
I'll just see
What
if
do
I
you
can
think?
adjust the lighting a little bit just to.
You can bring up the gamma maybe a little bit, but it looks really I like the look.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put on a face light. I know that's frowned upon in some
I
circles,
know,
but
and
not in
I wear
my.
one all the time. I don't care.
Oh yeah, we're all
I'm.
about the face light. Here in front of me is Flenser Jürgens, by the way. A
I love
shout out
that
to Flenser
avatar.
Jürgens, who has been a faithful audience member here, valued community member of the book club, and Gapno is here. Let's do a and here over the crowd. Jerry, let's go here so I don't forget. Angelica, Jessica, Monkey, Little Brat, coming to us from the land of church burnings. That's a running joke. You figured out. Jerry, Roxy, Shiloh, Stranger Nightfire, Rosie, Arietu is here, Gapno, Paradise, and Poliana. Did I forget someone? I hope not. Now, this world here, this is very cool. This was actually fairly recently. This was a show with, what are you laughing? Did somebody post something?
Yeah, I walked
What
into
they
the
post?
tree.
You walked into a tree. I
Yeah.
don't see it.
Thank God.
Um, Kitten is talking in the chat about the person was putting in the SL chat. Oh, I see Kitten. Right, I know what Kitten was saying. Right, 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 right. Kitten was saying when somebody mentions a book or a former guest, like Monkey was just posting the Goodreads link for 88 names. Unfortunately, Monkey, if you cut and paste this into our back channel Slack chat, then I can put it in because there's nobody in on has the rights to put it on YouTube quite yet. So, um, yeah, whenever you post something in the local Second Life chat, Monkey, just put it into the Slack and I will put it in YouTube. So now this show was really cool. This is a show with A.A. Chaudhary and Avais Khan from India and Pakistan. Actually, A.A. was born in England. Her family came from India, and Avais is based in Pakistan. And the cool thing about this one, this was the first show where Hardyer is thinking about drinks. This was the first show where we did this thing where I wanted the guest to pretend they're in a bookstore, right? And basically the other guest to pretend he or she's a bookseller, trying to push the book of their friend of the guest to himself. So I know. Did everybody understand what I was saying? So Avais, right, was pretending he was a bookseller, and A.A. Chaudhary came in and said, I want to buy a book. I want to buy something like a thriller. And then Avai's job was to basically sell to A.A. Chaudhary her own book.
Yes.
Sorry, I put my mic off because I had to sneeze. Don't forget, I'm COVID adjacent at this point.
Yeah.
Hello, Pauline Clary. We got somebody new here, Pauline Clary. And Jamunky, did I give a shout out to Jamunky? So that was the first time we used that. So now what we're doing, every time with two guests, we're doing this kind of stuff. And I think it's hilarious,
Yeah. I think it's brilliant when you
right?
do that. Yeah.
It's really and we actually the last guest, Nick was like Nick Mamatas and Kara Hoffman. So Kara Hoffman goes into the store and says, "Well, I would like to buy a book." And Nick says, "Yes, you got to buy this book from Kara Hoffman because it's small and thin and it fits in your back pocket." Boom, sold. So that's hilarious, right? He didn't even say anything about, yeah, this is a very talented short story writer and she won award XYZ and she was on NPR Best Books of 2011, whatnot. No, he says, hey, this book is small, it's thin, You read it on the subway and it fits in your back pocket. And then he said about his own book, and actually Nick Mamatas was a bookseller. He worked in Oakland. He said, yeah, just say, hey, I want to buy the book with the blue cover. And I didn't ask him a follow-up question on that, but I think blue covers, they sell better. There's got to be some statistics there. Anyway,
Well, it's more appealing, isn't it?
why? Because it is the color of IKEA?
No, it's the
I don't
colour
know.
of the sky. The sky.
Okay, so this is basically the only world at street level. Let's go and teleport. Let's go and teleport to some other level. Come with me. Oh, here's the teleport disc.
Uh-oh. Okay, where are we going?
Okay, don't be afraid now, Isabel.
Oh, God.
You know how this goes.
Yeah, I'll go somewhere
So
else.
if I want to say this again, Monkey, if you could please in the back channel put the links that you put in the local chat, put it in the Slack back channel because I can copy and paste it on the other machine. I don't know if Monkey hears me. That would be fantastic. Thank you.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Um, oh, Rosie's over there and Arduin. Ah, Rosie's coming. And also what Monkey mentioned earlier, Larry Niven. We'll talk about Larry Niven, who is an amazing living legend sci-fi writer. Because he was on the show and um, he could not see Philip Rosedale, the founder of Second Life, was also on the show. But I'll talk about that when we're there. So now I'm going to click on the teleporter and I'll decide what does the teleporter tell
Oh,
me.
my God.
It tells me. Don't be afraid. Oh, Sharanya Manivanan. Okay, everybody go to no, everybody go to Synthwave. Synthwave. Okay, can you remember that? I'll
Synthwave.
see you there.
Yeah. I can't get on the teleporter yet. Synthwave. Oh, God, now I've got to find it. Oh, there it is. I found it. I found it.
Okay, Isabel is here.
Yeah.
Now, Synthwave, this whole thing was actually created by Theanine. And Theanine, I met back in Sansar. You remember that short-lived
Yes,
thingy?
I remember
Uh,
Theodine.
Theanine is an amazing artist, and he put all this together. There's actually an avatar, a synthwave avatar that you can buy. So we had a whole bunch of shows here. Um, I don't even remember what shows we had here. Like we had a lot of them, and you can see if I go up on stage, what I like to do is to leave the last guest. If we have multiple shows in one location, I like to leave the image, the calendar image of the last guest, and in this case, it's Julie Novakova. Um, I'm trying to communicate to Monkey to put to give me those links because we want to put them on YouTube. Um, but yeah, so uh, the last guest here was Julie Novakova, and she's coming back. She's doing a whole thing, um, which was on Kickstarter about sci-fi from the Czech Republic and Eastern Europe. So
This is gorgeous.
that's really
actually.
amazing. Hmm?
I really like this set. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. And this set was actually Julie came on around the time of the 100th anniversary of Karel Capek's RUR, which is the birth of robots in fiction. So if you want to read anything, Monkey, please type that in, Karel Capek. So I'm going to post it on YouTube. I'm going to post the legacy thing here of 88 names. And Karel Capek's RUR was written 100 years ago. Now I have a face light on.
Jesus.
And Julie references that work in her work. I encourage everyone to pick up um, RUR by Karel Capek. It is about robots as a stand-in, basically for slaves, and it is. I don't want to give away too much. It is really one of the most important sci-fi. I guess it counts as as a novelette or novella. Um, yeah, Stranger. It's completely ahead of its time. I don't actually know. Stranger, you refresh my memory. Stranger saying it's a play. That is probably correct. Uh, so it's written as a play. If you buy it, then it's the book is in play form, and it is of course the story of indentured servitude. So it was originally actually a play, and then the robots um, basically gaining or having consciousness in the beginning, and then realizing their plight and starting a revolution. So now
Oh,
we got to move on in the interest of time.
oh my God.
So many worlds, right? I know that there's a lot of people here. Please chime in the local chat here in Second Life. I know that there's some people here who've probably never been anywhere on these stacked worlds, right? I know some of most of the regulars maybe have seen them.
I know
Here,
I
by
haven't
the
been
way,
to this one.
you can click here and support Pianine's work. If you click on this, then you go to his Second Life store. You can pick up a synthwave avatar, which is amazing. Caddy says it's her first time. Awesome. You're in for a surprise. And so now where should we go next? Let's see here. Hmm. Where should we go?
God.
Okay, everybody please let Isabel go first, okay? So I'm gonna disappear, let Isabel go first because she's the camera. Here we go. I'm gonna
Right.
Oh,
Oh,
did I tell the people?
I don't know.
Oh, I think I didn't.
Oh, yeah. Hang on. There's.
Please go back.
Oh no, some people are landing on your head.
Okay. I should put that into the group chat maybe.
Shocking.
So here, um, wonderful monkey is putting this. I'm gonna put this in the YouTube chat real quick. This is the Wikipedia entry for Karel Cupcakes RUR. Now we're here um, at one of the most magnificent sets. Now this, who knows the director Edgar Wright, British director Edgar Wright. Um, I forgot the name of the zombie movie that he did. This was, I think, his first movie. I'm not big on movies. Um, I don't watch them because I hate him. No, I don't. I watch them because I have limited time and I read. But Edgar Wright, the director, has optioned this movie, and this movie is in production based on a book from one of our guests. Now let's walk through here because this guest here has written a book called Set My Heart to Five. And the name of the guest was and is Simon Stevenson. Um, Simon Stevenson wrote a book about a robot. Speaking about robots, a robot who is a dentist as his day job, and he wants to write movies. He wants to write movie scripts because he hates the movies that always have bad robots in them. Robots that are mean, robots that take over the world, right? We're talking here Blade Runner, maybe Terminator. And so in Simon's book, this robot, the hero, goes to Hollywood, and then he gets screwed by the producers, and the story envelops from there. It's a hilarious story. And why do I mention Edgar Wright? Because after we booked Simon Stevenson, it was announced that Edgar Wright, this huge Hollywood director, is making this into a
Oh,
movie.
how cool.
Uh-huh. Like I always say, we here at the Second Life Book Club, we make stars. They come here, these little tiny authors with their little books, and
And you
and
changed
then
their world for them.
yeah, exactly. Like Edgar Wright is sitting there, and please somebody look up Edgar Wright. Like I can't think of the goddamn name. Um, Hot Fuzz was a movie that he did, which was awesome.
Oh,
Hot,
yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that was with these actors, and I can't think of their names either. But the film before was with these zombies, with these two gamers who were like totally like just gaming, and they forget that that the zombie, or they don't realize that the zombie apocalypse is coming, and they go outside and everybody's dead. Shaun of the Dead, that's the
Oh,
name of the
that's
movie.
it.
But anyways,
Yeah.
I don't want to confuse people because these movies are hilarious. But what is even better is Simon Stevenson's book, Set My Heart to Five. And Monkey, I hope Monkey also still puts it in the local chat. Yes, she does. Awesomeness. Now, and there's a lot of Easter eggs here. Let's go upstairs.
Oh,
This was completely built by Ruby. I mean, obviously not from scratch because that theater was off the shelf. But there's a lot of Easter eggs. For example, here, please follow me, camera. Um, this is like a little Easter egg because in the book, Set My Heart to Five, um, there was the producer. His name is Don LaSalle. He's kind of a scumbag, and he has this Porsche, this green Porsche, and there's a reference. I don't want to give it away, but they drive through Big Sur, where used to live, not in Big Sur, but very close. This is the Bixby Bridge. I don't know. Does the camera have me? Yes, there
yes.
you go. So we composited this as if this is a postcard from Don LaSalle. So for people who read the book, they will notice these Easter eggs. If we go upstairs, the nostalgic corner is upstairs. Now this is all Ruby. So again, I read the book, then I talk to Ruby, and Ruby goes, "Okay, no problem, let's do it." Here in the nostalgic corner, I'm very proud of this here. The Slollywood sign. Please look at it.
Oh, that looks really
The,
cool. I like that.
yeah, Slollywood. This is where I'm a big star in Slollywood. So now people go like, what is going on in these exhibits, right? So check
Oh,
this out. Like these exhibit little boxes here,
oh,
right, with the glass.
a little
Here
toaster.
is a phone with baby arms, a phone with baby arms, a flying toaster oven, a old TV, some VHS tapes, a tea kettle that has particle effects, hearts coming from it. I'll give you some time. Take your time to pan over them, Isabel. Now, all these exhibits here
Mm-hmm.
are in reference to the book because the robots in the book, they come from, these are early experiments. The book is hilarious. It's hilariously funny. And the robots come from these experiments, right? So before in the book, these sort of perfect human-looking robots that are now dentists and have other jobs emerge. The first experiments were basically phones with arms, kettles that say "I love you" when the tea, I mean, this is really kind of a satire on sort of like AI, I guess. And now I don't remember if there was reference to a flying toaster oven in the book, but of course, as a Second Lifer, we most definitely had to kind of put that in there.
We like a flying
Um,
toaster.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's actually weird. Isabel, like sometimes when somebody asks me about what is Second Life, then I give them like sort of a little bit the rundown, and I say, well, you can do whatever, you can be whatever you want to be, and then I say you can be a dragon. Now I'm thinking of Flenza, who's right here
Yep.
behind me, and then I say to people, you can be a dragon or you can be a flying toaster oven. So there you go.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and here are of course the forefathers of the robots. Here's the kid from Steven Spielberg's AI.
Oh yes. Is that
I wanna be a real boy.
Oh, it's oh. Robin Williams. I love that film.
No, that's not with Robin Williams.
No, the second, the one next to E.T. I'm trying to
Oh,
remember the film. Oh God, I watched it not so
no,
long ago.
that's Blade Runner.
What? Is it? That's not Blade.
Yes,
Is it really?
absolutely. This is what's her name? God, I don't want to talk about movies.
No, I'm.
But okay,
Forget it.
Pris. Yeah, Jessica says Pris. And who is the actress again? Arquette, Rosanna Arquette, possibly.
No, I'm not referring to her.
What are you referring to? I don't see Robin Williams here.
Yeah, Robin Williams is the one next to E.T. Robin Williams was in this really long film where he was a robot that wanted to become a man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Brilliant
this
film.
is Robin. Oh, wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, you've missed out. You've missed out, Drax.
Yeah,
Look at
I'm
these.
never going back. Monkey has posted the Set My Heart to Five. I'm going to put this in the local YouTube chat as well. The author Simon Stevenson, he actually also wrote a book about the death of his brother, which I also read. Now I forgot. I actually forgot the title, but his brother died in the tsunami in Thailand. It's
Oh.
called Let Not the Waves of the Sea, and that tsunami was I believe, let me look it up, in 2014. So Simon is originally from Scotland, and his brother moved to Thailand,
Oh.
and he passed away in this tsunami.
So sad.
That was his first book. We talked a little bit about it on the show. By the way, of course, all these past shows are available in the on YouTube, and let me just put out a short link here. I'm gonna give it to um, Monkey to put into the local as Second Life chat. So this link that I just posted here on YouTube, this goes to the playlist. So please follow me. Let's go to another world.
Oh,
Isabel, follow
did
me
you like that? I
quickly.
stayed downstairs while you were upstairs.
Unbelievable. It's
I
almost
know.
like your camera is like a drone. Look at this. Look at. Okay, so this has nothing to do with the book club, but we might as well. Why not?
Ah.
So this is the exit. Actually, we're gonna just walk through the wall. But this image here, this image that I'm facing right now, is the crew in
Sansar.
Sansar
Yeah.
with one of the last harvest hopping. I don't even forgot what the name of this stream show was. I'm getting old. Maybe I have COVID.
Jeez.
I don't know.
How could you
Yeah.
forget? That's where it all started, wasn't it?
Yeah, but the name, the title of the
Yeah.
stream. So now, here comes Isabel again, and folks, let Isabel teleport first. We're gonna do one more world on this island, and then we're gonna go to the other island. Okay? So there's a whole bunch. There are about 30 worlds on this island. Um, oh wow, you can teleport to island number 2 from here, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go to the floating gallery of. Yeah, let's go to the floating gallery.
Okay.
So it's called floating, right? There's floating, just floating, and there's floating 2. Don't go to floating 2, go to floating.
Okay. Now I've got to find it floating. There we go.
Floating.
Oh.
There you are.
Ah.
So, Isabel, if you can put this on midnight, this looks really good
Okay.
on midnight.
Right. Let's go
Um,
midnight.
because I noticed that
Oh yes.
the wind light on the stream is nice. It has a very purplish look, which is great.
But you miss out on seeing things as well.
Yeah, it's a little the shadows are a little dark, but if you could zoom out here
This is so
and show us a little bit, because this is the floating gallery. I haven't been up here for a long time, but this is basically, and we'll go upstairs.
Oh, isn't
This is where
gorgeous?
all the authors are sort of memorialized with links to their work and stuff like that. Stranger Nightfire has turned into a flying toaster over. Oh my god! Oh my god! I don't know if he's actually flying.
Oh,
He's
look
just.
at that. Oh, that's so cool.
Oh my god! Look at him.
With a tail.
Yeah. Oh no! This is
Oh my
hilarious.
God.
So adorable. I want to adopt him. I don't know if he's up for adoption.
Oh,
Here
gee.
comes Flenza. Flenza gets busy. Flenza is here. Now, folks, we need to go up to the gallery. So this is the landing point. But now, please follow me. So climb the ladder.
Oh God.
It's hard. Uh-oh. I can't even climb the ladder. Isabel is climbing before me.
Oh yeah, I'm just following myself.
Very good. No, that's perfect. And then walk up here through this narrow sort of walkway. And here we are. This is actually a guest book. I think Arieto put this guest book. I don't even know if people write in this guest book anymore.
Oh. Let's have a
Yeah,
look.
so this is this potentially a guest book where people
Um,
can write in.
Isabel
This is something.
was here.
Oh, people actually have written in here. Hello.
Submit. That's
Oh,
okay.
I actually wrote in here. I forgot that I wrote in there.
So,
Thanks for making this place. It's awesome. Nice place. This place is rad 420. Aha. Somebody who likes the weed because 420
oh,
is
right.
a
So, oh, yeah. So you just click it and then you can read them all. That's really
you
cool.
can read them all or you can yeah, you can read them or you can write them. That's a kind of a Second Life item that is a lot of people use. It's been around for decades, Isabel. I'm surprised that
I'm still a bit of a
surprised.
noob. Shh,
You're
don't tell
you're
anyone.
kind of a noob.
Yeah, I
Now
know.
here people can go along. So this is the first from here where I'm standing. There are all the images from the past shows, and if you click on the image, that will go to the YouTube stream. Arieto built
Oh,
all this. Um,
so cool.
and if you click on the lantern, is it called lantern or the sort of the book display, you will go to the author's website. So this is just really awesome. And I lost track if we actually because we had over 100 authors by now, so I don't even know
It's
if
amazing
they're
when
all
you think
there.
about it.
Yeah, there is also some other floating islands, like some little ones that you
Drax, the toaster
yeah.
is burning.
Oh, yeah. He's like 100 authors. Oh my God, my bread is burning. That's so hot. So let's walk and also I want to say here.
Oh, where am I?
So this is an amazing. I'm just going
Yeah.
down the road here. Um, this was Anne Vandermeer here. She's also kind of a living legend of book publishing. Her husband Jeff Vandermeer is one of the preeminent American sci-fi authors. He was not on the show. This is actually cool because I approached Jeff, and he also because we're here with movies. There's some movie that they made out of okay. People help me out. What's the Jeff Vandermeer book that was made into a what people tell me very good movie?
Mm.
It is called Annihilation. That's what it's called. Annihilation. There you go. Oh, Pauline is somebody in the group chat. Pauline can't find us. Please, folks, help her out. Help a fellow Second Lifer out with this um, terribly organized, um, glitchy attempt of a stream. Now,
Hey, steady on.
but anyway, so this is a funny anecdote. So Anne Vandermeer is a very famous editor, and her husband Jeff Vandermeer, one of the best sci-fi authors, American sci-fi authors. I had approached Jeff Vandermeer first, in the very beginning, and he emailed me back right away, saying, "Yeah, I don't know, that's not for me." And then I admit, sometimes I go like, I explain like, okay, we're doing this in a virtual world, and he goes like, "Yeah, that's not for me." Literally like 30 minutes later, and I sometimes, people who know me, I get a little miffed because I go like, how do you even know what we're doing? Right? This is not a game. I feel immediately defensive, right? I feel immediately like dissed. So actually, I emailed him back and go like, you know what? This is very cool, and I get like really defensive, and I never heard from him again. Now, 4 months later, I reach out to sorry, actually, the publicist reached out to me because they have this compilation Avatars Inc.
Ah,
that was edited by Anne Vandermeer. And so I say, hey, yeah, I'd love to do it, but I'm not sure if Anne is up to it. And the publicist goes like, oh, she's going to be up to it. I'm going to put you on an email thing. And then I reach out, and then Anne, in fact, emails me back and says, yeah, this is really cool. This is really cool. Can I have an avatar like? And then she sends me pictures. And if you go in close on this image, you see this colorful avatar here, this kind of hand drawn. Silas Merlin made it, and this is based on drawings from her grandkids.
oh wow.
So yeah, very cool. And she was totally up for it, and I'm like, hey, can you talk to your husband? No, I didn't say that, but it's just funny. It's a funny little anecdote that she was very much up for this conceptually doing this here in Second Life, and her husband was like, no, this is bullshit. Now he didn't say again. Sorry, he didn't say that, but yeah.
It'll be in the novel that you write, won't it?
Oh yeah, it will be in the novel.
Yeah.
Jerry says try again. Yes, I'm gonna get Jeff. I'm gonna get Jeff. So and the director of the movie, Alex Garland, who is also actually an author. Alex Garland is now mostly known for movies, but he actually wrote an amazing book called The Beach. Yeah. So let's walk a little bit here and let's. Oh my God, the time is flying. I want to go to the other islands. We got so many worlds. So I'm
Jesus,
walking
it's
by here.
huge.
This is huge, huh? I mean,
Yeah.
this is just one floating. There's another floating one. Where we can teleport from here. I was gonna go to. So the avatar choices of people is also really cool. So check this out. This is Fred Natus. He's a journalist.
Oh, that is a
Um,
cool avatar.
yeah, very cool. Like this one-eyed green man. Fred Natus wrote a book called Star Settlers, which is very cool. It's basically about it's a nonfiction book. This was the first nonfiction author actually. Star Settlers is about the history, um, the world history, but primarily U.S. Naturally because of that's where sort of but also Soviet Union at the time, of settling the stars, of going to into space, of going to Mars. It was is an absolutely amazing book because it now I forgot, but the first sort of ideas of going to Mars they go back to like 1700 something. So it's not it's not Elon who came up with this, and in this book Star Settlers, Fred Natus is kind of um, showing like the ebbs and flows, right? And so that the reason why it ebbs and flows, it's almost like VR. Like there's a hype, let's go to Mars, let's do this, and then there's a total lull. It's like, yeah, nobody cares, and all of a sudden, it springs up. And he in the book he also talks about the biosphere experiment, which is fascinating. I mean, our American friends here may know a little bit about the biosphere thing, where these people put themselves into a completely closed environment. And right, Arduin, thank you. Steve Bannon was an investor in this thing. Arduin, if you can retrieve a link, because I think I learned this from you. I don't know if it's even in the book, but that Steve Bannon, this excuse of a human being. Sorry, Steve. No offense. Actually, yes, offense meant. Here we go. Arden is posting this from Vice, The Strange History of Steve Bannon and the Biosphere Experiment, Biosphere 2. So, yeah, this was a real thing. Fascinating stuff. And so this is the first nonfiction author, and then I got really excited, like, let's do some more nonfiction authors. By the way, oh wait, we walked past because we mentioned Larry Niven before. Let's look at Larry Niven's avatar. This was also made by Silas Merlin. I'm standing in front of it. Larry Niven, living legend. Um, Monkey, please put the link here. Oh, she's putting links. Awesomeness. Larry Niven, known for the Ringworld novels, but also a lot more. And it was very funny. Larry Niven is 83 years old, and I onboarded him to Second Life via his landline phone. Okay, so I stepped because he didn't have Skype, right? So I was on a landline phone with him and said, okay, here's what we do. We're going to go to this website. We're going to download it. We're going to install it. We spent about 2 hours figuring out how to download Second Life, me stepping through this while I did not have any visuals. And I noticed Larry had a lot of problems with basically the fact that on a desktop computer, everything is stacked on top of each other and you don't really see it unless you know how to kind of tab switch and do stuff, right? So, I mean, it became so apparent to me, and I don't know why it wasn't apparent before, how stupid this system is, not only for an older person, but how just not unintuitive it is to just stack stuff on top of it. Because we downloaded the viewer, and then I said, okay, Larry, you have the installer, and he goes like, I don't know. I don't know where it is.
Oh,
And I go, well, close the window in front. Oh, okay, here it is. Okay, then press, start. And he goes, well, it says it's already installing and it can't do it twice. So he had already done it and it was in the process. But here's the awesome ending of the story. So I was like, oh my God, we're never gonna get this done. But then we installed it. Then Larry logged on with the avatar that we built, Silas built, and I test run and gave him the password. He logged in, and it was amazing because in Second Life, he was completely able to navigate as if it was his completely native environment. Why? Because it was a three-dimensional environment versus that stupid desktop where stuff is stacked on top. And he was like, I don't know where anything is, right? And here he was like, hey, I'm just going to walk over here and I'm going to do this. And it was just, yeah, I'm going to put the Larry Niven link out here. So that was just amazing. And a real quick addendum to this story. So we had Larry on for about 45 minutes, and then I had arranged with Philip Rosedale to come in. And Philip Rosedale came in to then kind of continue the interview, actually take over, right, and then ask Larry what he would find interesting. And Philip Rosedale was totally up for it, and he came in and he sat on the couch. And then I said, okay, now Larry, so say hi to Philip. And then Larry was like, this is one thing that we didn't practice, the use of the SL camera. And then Larry was like, I don't see the fella. I don't see the young fella.
oh.
I'm paraphrasing, okay? So this is not what, but then I go like, oh shit, right? He doesn't know that, and we were in a live situation. Like I was like, how do I explain to him quickly how to move the camera and actually see him? Because I see the audience. I see a book stand. I don't see anybody by the name of Philip Rosenblatt Dale. Um, and then it dawned on me. Now, well, mouse look, yeah, Caddy. Caddy here says mouse look. Yes, that would have been okay. But how do I explain mouse look? Yes, right. That would have been easy. Press escape and then M. But I had an even more brilliant idea. You know what I had the idea? I just grabbed his couch and I moved the couch in front of Philip Rose so that they
Oh,
were actually
genius.
looking at each other. And then so I moved this in real time. And then he was like, oh, there he is, a young fella with the spiky hair. Hello there.
Oh,
What
brilliant.
would you like to know? So that was really one of the best anecdotes.
Right, following.
Let's continue over here. So we got all these people here. Oh God, Charles Yu. I just want to mention Charles Yu won a National Book Award for Interior Chinatown. I'm thinking because the other book is How to Live in a Science Fictional Universe, which is amazing. But Charles Yu won the National Book Award for Interior Chinatown. A really, really, really great book. But if I were to choose, I would actually choose How to Live in a Science Fictional Universe. He won that after he appeared on the show, just saying. There's obviously a causal relationship to appearing on this program and becoming world famous. Didn't happen for me yet. So now people are going to say, like, yeah, why are you so America-centric, Draxter? These only American authors. You know there's a world out there, hello? And they go like, really? I didn't know. Well, actually, I do. And so we started inviting um, Indian authors. Why? And I don't even know how this all happened. I mean, I just reached out to authors on Twitter and other places, and for some reason, the name Samit Basu came up. Samit Basu. Who is this fella? Who's this young fella who looks like a duck? Samit Basu is really the well, he was born in 79. I was just looking this up, but he paved the way for a lot of contemporary Indian speculative fiction authors. And he's also, here comes another anecdote here, because this was hilarious. Now people may not know this, and I don't think I'm giving anything away. But anyway, Samit Basu had a new novel coming on. People go, you got to interview Samit Basu. He's just amazing. And he really, really is. So the book that he came with was called The Chosen Spirits. He has a new one coming out, and I hope he comes back. So if you want to check out something outside of the same old sort of American or English speaking realm, I mean, Summit writes in English, but Chosen Spirits is a very, very Indian speculative fiction book. But here comes my anecdote. So Summit also, and I have to look this up, he also made a movie, was a screenwriter for a movie called House Arrest. Um, it's a 2019 movie, and it stars an actor called Ali Fazal. Okay? Uh, please retrieve the link to Ali Fazal. Okay, I admit we're talking about books, but there's a obviously a tie-in with movies. So Strawberry Linden, who in real life she was born in the United States, but she is of Indian descent. Her folks um, are from India. She loves Bollywood movies. I'm not revealing any secrets because I know that Strawberry is very much open about on her social media about her obsession with Bollywood movies. So, you know, and she was still doing the streams at the time. I was like, okay, Strawberry, we got this guy from India. She's like, oh, cool. Samit Basu, cool. I had never heard of him. Cool. And then Samit comes on, and we're doing the sound check. And I say to Samit, Samit, so we're going to talk about your book, right? And we're going to talk about the upcoming book, but I also want to talk a little bit about the movie, House Arrest. And then I hear Strawberry, House Arrest? You made this movie? And then Summit, very humbly said, well, I wrote the screenplay and kind of co-directed it. So my first movie. Is this the movie with Ali Fazal? And starstruck moment, and I go like, what are these people talking about? Ali Fazal, who is that guy? So this is one of the biggest Indian actors, and Strawberry loves this actor. And Samit says, yeah, this was Ali Fazal. And all of a sudden she's like, oh my God. Oh God. And go like, Strawberry, can you do the show? Hello? Can you still kind of, focus here and stop daydreaming about whoever this guy is? So this is one of the other wonderful sort of anecdotes. That was a really fun show with Samit Basu. I think Shyla appeared as some Hindu god and reading something. So very fun. Are people still having a good time here on
Yeah,
the
I keep I keep walking.
Yeah. No, I mean this is really fun with reminiscing about
Ah.
these things. Um,
Oh, I'm going the wrong way.
so I think we should teleport to island number 2, although there's so many. Yeah, let's go to island number 2. Now, how do I go to island number 2?
Well, I don't know. Don't ask me.
Actually, I know how to do it. We got to go back to the ground level, and then there are these bigger teleport portals to go to island number
Okay.
2, because this local thing that Arduin made, like this disc, Arduin, he is kind of like a very mediocre scripter. Oops, there he is. Sorry, Arduin.
Oh,
Arduin is a
rude.
brilliant script. Oops, was talking behind his back.
What a flapping arms.
Okay, so so when I'm gonna teleport to the ground. Wait a minute, there's something that says island number 2. Okay, let's try this, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna go to island number 2, and if this doesn't work, I don't know how this should work.
Okay.
But Ruby made it, and Ruby makes good things. Not like Arduin. Um, Go to island number 2, and if that doesn't work, we'll meet at ground level, okay?
No worries.
Let's.
Okay, island number 2. Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, I know. Oh, this is going to the bridge.
yes.
We can actually walk to island number 2. This is one thing that we don't have yet. We don't have a physical way of walking over to island number 3, but actually I completely forgot we can actually walk over to island number 2. So let's do that. Um, and let's put the light maybe to, you know, same old like
Yeah, like that.
sunset maybe. Yeah, I don't see it yet. There's a delay on the
Okay.
YouTube. But yeah, but just put sunset, the regular. This is a wonderful bridge.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a really nice bridge. I don't know who made that. Probably somebody with a lot of talent. Control Shift N.
Arduin.
Arden made this bridge. Oh, wow.
No, I'm looking at
So
his
many hidden
flapping
talents this
arms.
guy has. Wait, we gotta wait for the others. So wait.
Hang
Are
on,
people
I need to.
following us? Jamonkey coming. Oh, here. Look at Jamonkey. He's hopping along here with his spider. Oh, we cannot run away here. People are still confused. Maybe I should put it into the group chat.
Yeah.
Let's put it in the group chat. Link. This is where we are. We are walking across the bridge. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
So people can follow us. Here's little Brett. So let's slowly go over the bridge. Ah, it looks wonderful, this bridge. So yeah, so this is island number 2. And what we like what I said, what we don't have yet is a physical connection to island number 3. Big thanks to Linden Lab. Linden Lab gave us these islands. Also, to clarify, Linden Lab is not paying me or anybody to do this show. This is a complete volunteer-driven effort. Walk by some tip jars, so people please do tip volunteer staff. Linden Lab, however, is giving us these islands tier free. Obviously they have great incentive because we're producing tons of content.
Where did I go? I've gone back to the beginning. I'll catch up with you in a second. Okay, hang on. You can't teleport me, so I'll go teleport to. It's because
I should walk slower.
Yeah, I know.
So here you are. I see
Yeah.
you. Okay. So follow me. So this is island number 2. It's landscaped very differently. The first island is actually not really much landscaping, but here we basically started from scratch. And this is sort of this little plaza here. This is kind of a little informational center that we devised. There's a meeting room in the back. And when we walk here, and I actually never really this is my building skills, right? So I have no building skills, and
what, the
here they are.
books?
Yes. So this is the extent of my building skills,
Is
which
that
is
why
to
it's
read.
next to a playground?
Very good point. This is the
Just
Draxtor
saying.
playground. So this is what I do. I res a prim, I resize it, and I slap. Actually, no, wait a minute. The object conforms to a texture that Marianne made. Monkey says she wondered about that. Like everything is designed so well, except for these books. They're not even. They're like half-ass, floating all over the place. No, I have this on my to-do list to kind of like make this a little bit nicer. But I just put all these books. So these are books that are in my personal possession, and this is a Photoshop template that Marianne McCann made for me, and I can slap it here on an object and I can make it bigger. So these are books that I either love or are in my shelf or want to read. So this is 2666 by Roberto Bolaño. This is for my summer read. This is a huge book. It's about 1,000 pages. Now this is actually a book that I'm quite proud of. This is Zombie in German. This is a novelization of Dawn of the Dead
Ooh.
of George Romero's second zombie movie from 1974. Just amazing. Oh, I just noticed that Monkey posted Ali Fazal, Strawberry's big crush, so I'm
He's
going to
very
post this
handsome, I
here.
just needed to say.
Okay, let's focus on the show. Who cares about Ali Fazal? I'll give you his phone number. I'll give you um, so let's walk here past my half-ass book display over to one of my favorite sets on the ground level. Keep in mind. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. Okay, this book I want to point out. This is Otherland by Tad Williams. Now, Tad Williams is very well known for his fantasy stuff. George R. R. Martin, um, the Game of Thrones guy, always cites Tad Williams as his inspiration to write Game of Thrones. Tad Williams' other major work is Otherland. For any Second Life, for any Second Life worth their salt, has to immediately get Tad Williams's Otherland, because I mentioned earlier the important virtual reality books, Neuromancer, Snow Crash, and then fairly new Matt Ruff's 88 Names. I forgot Ted Williams' Otherland. I believe came out 1996. Extremely important. It's about a Second Life type world, um, where you get sucked in and you can't come out. It's huge. I mean, it's a huge concept. Um, Monkey is pasting the link. So Tad Williams is an amazing guy, and I actually met him in person. He lives in the Santa Cruz area, and when I close to where we used to live, and he invited me when I was driving through the area. It was absolutely amazing to hang out with him. But if you do want to read something that is sort of the basis, Philip Rosedale always cites Snow Crash for his inspiration to create Second Life. I actually want to ask him if he was aware about Otherland. But yeah, Otherland is one of these other virtual reality themed books. Let's walk over here. Excuse me. Oh man,
You're gonna wake up ill tomorrow. I can feel
that's
it.
okay. No, I'm feeling good. This is so much fun. This is even more fun than I expected. This is so much fun to reminisce and hang out with everybody. This is just amazing. That so many people showed up and walk along with us. This is amazing. So so here. Oh, by the way, here's a tip jar. So put some Linden dollars in here. This is a set that we built for Jonathan Lethem. Jonathan Lethem is one of my favorite. Here we go again. I'm sorry, American. All these Americans, but Jonathan Lethem is awesome. Also, he wanted to be a duck. I asked him, why do you want to be a duck? Why does your avatar needs to be a duck? And he said, well, I wrote a short story about a virtual world where people are trapped, and they have sex with each other, and one person is a duck, and I go like, oh wow, Second Life. No, uh, but that was one of his early short stories that he wrote when he was like in his 20s. I
Wow.
had no idea. So the short story is called "Forever Said the Duck." Maybe Monkey, you can look this up. I think this short story may be available somewhere online. So it's hilarious. I had no idea about this connection. So Jonathan Lethem was here, and he was here several times. And Isabel, if you can cam up a little bit and look
Mhm.
behind. Now, I wanna ask people if they know what these billboards
Oh,
are
right, yeah.
in reference to. People in the local chat or on YouTube, let me know what you think these billboards are in reference. Now, these billboards have changing slogans on them. One says "Consume gachas," the other one says "Only Matrea." Then it changes to "Buy Linden dollars." No imagination, one billboard says. Buy, don't make. I wonder, I have to look at the chat if people are sending in the answer what this might be in reference to.
Oh, prims are old.
Prims are old. Jerry wins something. Jerry McNally. John Carpenter, the seminal movie They Live. You got it, Jerry. Big applause for Jerry, because They Live is an amazing movie. Oh, You Must Be Human here. It says also the thing. So anyway, why did we put these billboards? And these billboards, they happen in the movie They Live. John Carpenter, 1988, I believe. And so in the movie, they're basically, I mean, maybe people have seen the trailer, but there's basically these sunglasses, and then the sunglasses, they show you what the world is really about. And I don't want to give away too much, but you got to get this movie. But why? Oh, I hear a cat. Can
It's,
we?
I'm
Can we?
sorry. I
I
can't.
I love cats, but if we could be a little quieter, because this whole audio is going to be compressed, and the cat's going to be very loud. People will not
I'll
be
turn my
able to
mic off.
hear it. So uh, I love cats. I don't want to discriminate against cats. So now, what is the reason why we put up for Jonathan Lethem these billboards that are a reference to They Live? Because Jonathan Lethem also wrote basically a critique of They Live, a basically like a socialist Marxist critique of They Live. Let me look up, and it's in a series. Oh yeah, the series is called A Novel Approach to Cinema. Um, and it's Jonathan Lethem, A Novel Approach to Cinema. Actually, I found it. I'm going to put it here in the chat if Monkey could put it in the local one. Um, highly recommended the way he sort of dissects They Live. For any They Live fan, this is an absolute treat. Like how he kind of like really dissects what John Carpenter may not even have been cognizant in doing. But when you watch this movie now, 30 some years later, um, it is almost yeah, it is like a what's the guy who predicted the future? The guy with P. God damn it.
Not Nostradamus.
Nostradamus, yeah, like the guy with P.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know
with
why I
an
got
N. No, you got no, absolutely, Isabel. I don't know why I think post. Arnold says Postradamus. Yeah, that was his brother who invented the postal
Oh
service.
my
Um,
god.
oh shit.
Guy with P. Oh my god.
So yeah, Jonathan Lethem is awesome. And in closing, he wrote a book called Chronic City. Oh, I got to tell this quick anecdote too. So when Jonathan Lethem was confirmed, I go like, you have a big like, you have such a big like body of work. He also wrote Motherless Brooklyn, a movie with Ed Norton. Here we go with the movies. But so I asked him, what book do you want me to read? And he says, well, if you only have time to read one, read Chronic City. Can we mute the mic real quick? So read Chronic City. And go like, okay, why? And he goes like, well, you'll see. Okay, so I read the book, and one of the characters is a homeless man in the book, and and he's in New York City, and the main protagonists always kind of give him a little money, they help him out a little bit, and then halfway through the book, one guy sees the homeless man kind of in the back alley with a laptop, and he's kind of stealing electricity from the building, and he's there with this laptop. He looks out the window. The guy goes like, "Oh, there's the homeless guy. What is he doing?" Well, nobody cares. Blah blah blah. And then the story moves on. Right. So 50 pages later, the homeless man comes back into the scene, and he has a really expensive coat. He has a fur hat. He was at the hairdresser. I think he's even smoking a cigar or something. And so the main protagonists, who are friendly with the homeless man, they go like, "Damn, dude, what happened to you?" And he goes like, "Well, I'm a businessman now." And they go like, "Yeah, well, what kind of business?" He goes like, "Well, I'm in the virtual goods business." And I'm reading this, and I go like, "Now I know why Jonathan Lethem recommended this book to me." And I didn't see it coming. So basically, the I forgot the name of the world now. Basically, the homeless guy discovered a Second Life type world, which in the book is called, I have to cheat here. Jerry is sitting in front of the computer. I think it says on the computer. Jerry, help me out. There's an image on this computer that you're sitting. Oh, it's called Yet Another World. The camera can cam over where Jerry is sitting. He's sitting in front of the computer. This was also completely built by Ruby, and she went all out here. She created like these fake login screens to Yet Another World with the cauldron. Like there's a cauldron on display, and so there are basically NFT type things, non-copy, non-mod, non-transfer items in this sort of fictional Second Life stand-in, that the homeless guy was sort of wheeling and dealing with and selling it to other people, and then he came into money. And so it's absolutely hilarious how Jonathan Lethem describes this Yet Another World. Um, highly recommended that book too. With that Second Life reference. It's that book is from 2008. Oh my God! Monkey just found out Yet Another World is actually. I don't know if this is in reference to Jonathan Lethem though. There is apparently like a Steam thing, but it's completely fictional. As far as I know, it didn't exist. It might somebody might have created it in reference to it, but it's just so hilarious in the book the reference because the other people go like, why would people, why would anybody buy virtual goods and services, right? So all this, these kind of questions in the book in this dialogue between the homeless guy and the other protagonists, all these kind of topics sort of come up like how stupid are people spending money on stuff that doesn't even exist, and at the same time people are kind of like, wow, I gotta get into this business. And yeah, now let's hop to island number 3.
Okay. I'll
And
follow
how do we
you.
do this? Follow me, because there is no physical way of going there. So what we're going to do, we're going to hop on this next local teleporter, and we're going to go to, let's see here. So I'm on this teleporter here, and do we have to go to the info center? Oh, there's so much other good. No, wait, let's go to the cloud world. We got to go to the cloud world. Sorry. Okay, Isabel, you come first. Let's go to the
Okay.
cloud world.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Cloud world.
Kitten Duo, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Kitten. Thank you for your support.
I'll make this midnight, shall I?
Um, nah, this is too dark. Make it actually daylight.
Oh, look, it's better. It's
Kit,
midnight.
I don't see it yet with the
No,
delay. Let's look at it.
yeah, it'll come in a
Yeah,
minute.
if you think. Um, this was Kitten is supporting our show. It's really wonderful. Thank you, Kitten.
Oh, she's wonderful
Um,
every week. Bless her.
Kitten hopefully comes in sometimes if she can, but we love her on YouTube as well. Now, yeah, Midnight
Mm.
does look good too. Always with the Midnight. Anyway, so this is a very different set. This is Ruby
Oh,
came
I
up with
love
this.
this one. Yeah.
This is amazing. Yeah, and there's these fish. So this was 2 Australian authors
Yep.
from Australia.
Yeah, I enjoyed this.
I, of course, Isabel's like, yeah, every Aust- Isabel is very Australian
Yeah.
supremacy. Like she's all about, yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So this is about book very good, but Laura Jean McKay's book amazing. Don't want to diss Angela Maya, but it's called The Animals in That Country. The premise of this book is that human there's a virus. Hello, there's a virus, but the virus enables people to hear what animals are thinking. They can communicate with the animals, and it drives people crazy. Okay, book is called The Animals in That Country. Absolutely amazing book, and it's very suspenseful too. So it's about an older woman who is in I think like one of the national parks, and she gets her granddaughter, and they work in the gorilla pen, and then it's just people are overwhelmed with hearing these animals, and there's suicide and complete mayhem. Some people start shooting the animals, some people empathize with the animals, and it's a really kind of fast moving thriller, if you will, but with a really serious undertone. I mean, just think about it. What would you do if you were to be able to hear the animals, right? So, hey, welcome, Dean. Here we got a new guy or a gal. Welcome, or non-binary. Excuse me. So yeah, this was amazing. And now that we're here, I think Isabel, we need to go to the uterus because so another Australian. I don't know what's going on with the Australians. So, like I said earlier, I'm asking the author, like,
Oh.
what kind of avatar do you want, and what kind of world do you envision that reflects the themes of your book, and so on and so forth. Well, one one guest, Tracy Sorensen, says, "Well, I would like to have the show in a uterus,
Fabulous.
in a crocheted uterus." And I go like, "Yeah, that's Second Life. I mean, this is what this world was made for." Incidentally, the author Tracy Sorensen, I approached her without knowing that she was a veteran Second Lifer. She's been in Second, not very active, but she signed up long time ago. Squawking Soderstrom is her Second Life name. And so, yeah, she was a veteran Second Lifer. She knew what was possible. And she said, I crochet. I crochet in real life, so big hobby. And I'm right now writing a book about my cancer that I have beaten, that I beat successfully. But my next book, and it's not out yet, my next book is about uh, the organs talking to each other. Okay, what's up with the Australians? First, the animals talk to each other and the humans. Now the organs are talking to each other, and the cancer is talking to the other organs, and so on and so forth. So that was the premise of the book, which is still in the process of being written. Her previous book is called The Lucky Gala. Also highly recommended. So let's walk over there. We got to go back to the teleport thing. And you can imagine that when I say, I overpromise, I say to these authors, yeah, we can do anything you want. And then somebody says, well, can we have the show in a crocheted uterus? I go like, shit, I'm not so sure. I mean, there's a lot of stuff on the Second Life marketplace, but I'm not sure if even our talented friend Arden Schwartzman, who has created some of the quirkier items, I am confident in saying, quirkier items in Second Life, has a crocheted uterus. So let's let's see, let me check what is the name? What is the name of this world? Night Socialism, the Gal Promise, Lucky Gala. It's called Lucky Gala. Okay, here we go.
See you there in a minute. Oh, a lucky gala.
Here we go. Let's wait for the folks. And here you get a nice wide view. Now, but please do turn it to Shift Control Y. Let's do plain old midday.
Shift control.
Plain old midday. I'm going to cut and paste the previous book, Animals in That Country. Monkey, please look up the Lucky Gala.
Wow.
So let's wait until we're all here, and then I'll tell you. Yeah, so basically, okay. I get off the meeting with Swakin Soderstrom, aka Tracy Sorensen. Yeah, I go like, okay, uterus. I go to marketplace.secondlife.com. I type in the word uterus. Boom! And the uterus comes up. And it is Maud. It's copy.
Everything's
And
possible in this world.
everything exactly, Isabel. Everything is possible in Second Life. You're looking for a uterus? No problem. There's actually also uterus avatars. So, can you kind of like fly over the thing before we go in?
Yeah, I'm doing
And
it now.
this was, of course, also interesting because sometimes we have problems with people knowing where to go. So as you notice, there's like a glowing little hands pointing towards the uterus.
But I
This
love it.
is
It's
where
got,
you want
it's
to.
got a little red bow. I love that bit.
It's got to yes.
Oh my
I
god.
mean, it was. Caddy says, I thought those were for the sperm. Oh, well, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we are all just sperm. I mean, we're avatars. Caddy says this way. Yeah, some people don't know where to aim. Um,
I'm sorry, my
that's
cat keeps interrupting.
no, this is fine.
He feels like he needs to be in this.
He needs to be in the uterus. Does he want to go back there? So let's walk in.
Let's walk
Follow
into the
me.
uterus.
Let's walk into the uterus. Just follow the glowing hands,
God.
and then we go in, and it gets very dark and scary. I speak from experience.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
haven't been in this one.
s-
Was I in it? I don't
yeah,
think I was.
this Strawberry may still have streamed this, so now
Yeah,
we're in basically like a little living room, right?
this is cool.
This is very cozy little living room, and here's a galah. You see the little galah on on the perch here. He's actually moving. That's kind of an animesh galah here.
Oh.
Really cute. And here's a picture of Tracy Sorensen from the promotional image from the calendar. You can see that she has a pink griffin avatar that she chose. And but the gala is really it's just awesome. And here's this sort of living room on the side here. Yeah, oh yeah, going in there with the gala camera. Here is on the wall. I'm facing this here. Look at these organs made crocheted. This is from Tracy's Flickr page.
That is
This
amazing.
this is what she does. Yeah, these are
Wow.
really crocheted organs. Uh, Absolutely amazing. And she says, she does that, for meditation, relaxing. Here's a heart. This is pretty amazing. I mean, I don't know how to crochet anything, and I'm looking at this. This looks fairly complex. Wait a minute, is this a heart? I don't know what this is.
Well.
Or is this a stomach? I don't know. Do we have a doctor in the house? A real doctor?
Yeah, well, it could be like the colon, couldn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably the yeah.
Abdomen with the guts in it and
I failed in biology. This is where the crochet babies come from, says Caddy. Oh, Monkey says it's the digestive system, the abdomen. Yeah. Oh my God. If I had to operate someone, God help us. God help me, the patient and my lawyer. So yeah, this is we I want to end on Island 3 and then we have to wrap it. As you know, I'm a little under the weather. I'm
Mm.
feeling good, but the voice is starting to give out a little bit. I hope that the COVID tomorrow is not positive. This is so much fun. Oh my God. I don't get out much either on these islands. Sometimes we put them together and then we move to the next show and like I said in the beginning of the show, what is really amazing is to look back and realize that we have created um, a world to explore, and also again the book props. You click on them and you find information about the author. So now let's see. Oh, you know what?
Mm.
Is everybody in the group? I'm just gonna teleport to Island 3.
Mhm.
Let's see here. Do I have a I might actually have a landmark. So I'm going to hand out this landmark to some Tirips. Welcome. Some of the folks that I don't know that I'm not sure in the group. I'm going to hand out this landmark. Caddy, I'm going to give it to you, and I think the others are in the group. So I'm going to teleport there, and then I'm going to put it into the group chat. Isabel, I'm giving one to you here,
Thank you.
and
Let's accept. Have you gone already? Okay, let me just. Got to get it up. Oh, are we?
yeah, the where I landmarked it is actually kind of behind.
Oh, good God.
This is these woods. Oh,
Okay.
this is cool because this is a world we built for Daniel Kraus, who is primarily known for horror, but he also wrote Troll Hunters, which is a series, and also he wrote a book with George Romero, based on George Romero. a draft that his wife, after George Romero passed away, he gave to him, and he was and Daniel was here with the graphic novel The Autumnal. This was the first graphic novel that we talked about. So here I'm in front of it, and you can actually
I'm
click
just
through it.
rezzing, sorry. Oh, yeah.
Is it rezzed?
The
Oh
book,
yeah.
yeah, the inside of the book's res, but the outside cover didn't, that's all. Oh, I
Okay, I'm
remember
gonna.
this. Yeah. Oh, no, there it is, yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah, these are just the first few pages. This is really cool, um, and yeah, this is also one of the more elaborate sets because we actually arrived here, but we started actually in on the other side of this building, so we put the whole building together because in the story The Autumnal there is a suburb or a little town. It's called Comfort Notch, and it has a dark history. So this is the Comfort Notch visitor center, and we started the whole book club show here in the on the other side. I can't even go outside of the door. Talking about noobs, biggest noob in the world. Here we go. So here's where we actually started, and we had a whole bunch of like alts. I logged in a lot of alts that were basically sort of bit players that resemble um, protagonists from this graphic novel. So I mean, this is amazing. I mean, when I think about, I mean, it's the set is not as elaborate every week, but we get so ambitious and so crazy. Actually, when you pan up, Isabel, if you pan up like in the direction that I'm looking at, you can see this gigantic castle in the back, which is for a bunch of shows with Alan Dutlow, the famous
Oh,
horror
yes, I remember.
editor.
Yeah.
And then when you turn around, um, and there's also the graveyard for Alice James with her book about vampires. But
Ooh.
if you turn around, oh, this is this cool wind light too. This is this very
Mm.
post-apocalyptic wind light with the red that you have on there now.
Yeah, I'm just going into the graveyard. Yeah.
Um, but then if you cam up here, this is a gigantic villa here, like this mansion, sort of Malibu style mansion that I'm facing now. This was for the first German author. Oh, please change the wind light for this one. Just go back to normal, like
Uh,
when you go to the mansion, normal
yeah.
sunset maybe. Because this was also an interesting show. Shared is not. We change it every week, so the shared is you know feel free to change it on your end. I'm just meeting with Isabel
Yeah, I'm
for
just
the
camming
show.
in.
Now she's camming in. So this sort of run of the mill mansion was for a German author who lives actually close to where I live now, and I met him at the public swimming pool with his kids, and I was reading a Neil Stevenson novel, Seven Eves, and he says like, "Oh, reading the new Stevenson novel. Is it any good?" And I go like, "Yeah, it's kind of good, this and that." And he goes like, "Yeah, I write too." I go like, "Really?" People go like, "Yeah, I write. I'm a famous musician, whatnot. I'm a famous virtual world streamer." And I go like, "Yeah, sure." And then I look him up at home, and it turns out he's actually a best-selling author, one of the biggest authors in Germany. And so then he came on here with a book called Monte Crypto, which is not translated in English. There's one of his books is translated in English called Drone Wars, or sorry, Drone State.
Oh, that's right.
But oh yeah,
Bitcoins.
oh, you're camming in. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
keep camming in there. Actually, we
Yeah.
can stand here. We can walk up if we want to, and then we can wrap the show there.
Yeah.
But Tom Hillenbrand is a talented author, and this book Monte Crypto I enjoyed actually very much. It's about uh, it's about cryptocurrency, and I knew like in the beginning, like when I was planning the show, I was like, okay, I don't want to get sidetracked into like crypto stuff. I want to focus on the book and on the writing. And immediately we got sidetracked. Oh, crypto is great.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, he's driving me mad now.
Oh, and I think we gotta wrap it, but now I see one more thing here. I want to go to this other place. Buy Draxcoin, Jamonkey. Exactly. And here's all references to the show because this huge Bitcoin dude in the book, like this huge grifter, he has like he's so super rich, like he here he bought the DeLorean from Back to the Future, and he has like this little um Dungeons and Dragons type thing, which was actually built here in Second Life by what's his name? Gotta look him up. Chuhikari Akamine. He makes games in Second Life. Actually, if you Google games made in Second Life, I did a story about him. Amazing guy. So he makes all these little games, and we put him here because there's a reference in the Monte Crypto book about this crypto billionaire who has like all these quirky, super expensive things, like an Ayn Rand statue, Atlas Shrugged statue. I was like, okay, can we get an Ayn Rand reference in Second Life? Again, same thing as with the uterus, crochet uterus. You go to marketplace.secondlife.com, you type in uterus, you get tons of hits, and you type in Ayn Rand, you get a million hits. Woohoo! Libertarianism is alive and well in Second Life. Who would have known? Follow me outside, and I just saw another world, and then we're gonna wrap it there. I saw another world that I do briefly want to just check out. Which one? Oh yeah, of course, Susanna Kleemann. This is okay. We're gonna end with Susanna.
Are you going to teleport or landmark?
Yeah. So let me see. Where is the teleport disc? I think it was in the front door. Oh, now I'm in this luxurious bathroom. I haven't even been here. Look at this shower. Look at, oh my God, look at this mansion.
I might move in.
This is, yeah, this was, this was actually somewhat reasonable, this mansion. Look at the jacuzzi. Oh my God. We haven't even like we've ever even been in here. How do we even get out? We can't. We have to walk outside
Oh my
through the
god.
pool area. This is I think this was maybe 3,000 lindens.
What?
Maybe it was more, but it seemed extremely affordable for what it was. I'm not saying that 3,000 lindens is nothing, but I think if it actually was 3,000, and it comes with the decor,
Oh, it came with all the. Oh, okay, that's good.
not with everything.
Yeah.
So let's go here, and now the world is called Twice. We're gonna meet at Twice. We're gonna end the show here.
Okay.
Twice is the best book I read last year. I said it many times. Susanna Kleemann, Twice. Highly recommend. Let's go.
Twice.
Midnight here actually,
Midnight.
because yeah. This is a
Oh
very
yes, I remember this one.
yeah, very very cool. Now this is I highly recommend Twice. Monkey, please, if you could look it up. Oh, here, Monkey put the Monte Crypto book. But I'm gonna put Lucky Gala here first. We mentioned Lucky Gala. I'm gonna put it in the YouTube chat. Okay, so Twice is an insane book. It is total conspiracy, complete madness, drones everywhere, cloning, human cloning, drones, deep state. I mean, everything is in there. So, ancient conspiracies, religious connotations, and stuff that goes back to the Illuminati and whatnot. I mean, I've recommended so many books today already, but if you want to read one, read this one. I know Jessica hates it, but Jessica hates every book that I recommend. So sorry calling you out, Jessica. Jessica's very. There you go. Jessica, you should start blurbing the books. We should we should double blurb them. Like I say, I love it, and then Jessica, I hate it. This should be on all the books in the back, and then people go, yeah, this is a book I'm gonna get because Draxter loves it and Jessica hates it. So we got both sides to the story. Um, okay, Jessica is recommending. Actually, this is good. Let's end with this. If the regulars here, what book would you recommend? Do you recall a book from the past year, past 2 years, that you would recommend? So Jessica is recommending Set My Heart to Five. I mean, Set My Heart to Five is wonderful. It's very charming. It's an easy read, but there's a lot of depth to it, a lot of heart to it. Absolutely, Simon Stevenson. Um, but of course, twice. I'm gonna pitch twice in 15 seconds. So
Yeah.
this woman, midnight, the doorbell rings. It's her ex-boyfriend that she hasn't seen, I think, for 11 years. And he says, "We gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go." And he's like really panicky, he's maybe on drugs or something. And he pushes himself into the house. And the woman goes like, "Yeah, get out. She's able to kind of push him out, but it looks like a sort of a home invasion type situation. The guy is maybe crazy or on drugs or whatever. And the woman goes like, "Oh my God, this guy's crazy." An hour later, the guy comes again. Boyfriend, same boyfriend. And she goes like, "What the hell?" And this guy looks exactly the same, looks like her boyfriend, says, "Was I here an hour ago? It wasn't me. It wasn't me." And then he basically abducts her, and it's pretty violent. Um, and did Jessica say something negative about this book? Jessica's not so much multiple as muddled. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. You mean the narrative is muddled. Jessica, we should have a. Oh my God! Here's a spin-off show for the book club. It's just me and Jessica. It's called Controversial Opinions. We're gonna take a book and then we're gonna dissect it. I found the book incredible because it, it reminded me of the Illuminati trilogy. That's kind of a cult book from the 70s. But anyway, so Jerry McNally just mentioned another book which I also really, really love. William Squirrel, Let the Bastards Burn. Really, really
Mm.
awesome. Now, William Squirrel is the pseudonym of. Oh, Jessica hates it. Actually, Jessica. Okay, so this got the stamp, the Jessica stamp of approval. Is She loathes it. So she not only hates it. So Jerry McNally, yes. The name of the author is Robert Penner, but William Squirrel is the name he uses for Let the Bastards Burn. It is hilarious. It's angry. It's really kind of an coming from a place of anger after the Trump election. I think it's awesome. Okay, Jessica loves Matt Ruff's book. Now that's good. So that's why I still friend you, Jessica. I mean, we're still friends because you love Matt Ruff. Matt Ruff, of course, Everything I Love Everything by Matt Ruff. Set This House in Order. Is that the title? Ah, Set This House in Order. It's about multiple personality disorder. That's a great book. My favorite Matt Ruff book. Not Lovecraft Country, not 88 Names. All good, but anyways, yeah. So Jerry also mentions Strange Labor, also really great. So Strange Labor is by Robert Penner, and Robert Penner is William Squirrel. I'm gonna put the Let the Bastards Burn. Oh yeah, and Monkey also put the Illuminati trilogy in here. So let's put Susanna Kleman's book in here first, and then the Illuminati trilogy. Probably also something that Jessica hates. um, and Set This House in Order. So if you read anything by Matt Ruff, read that. I'm gonna wrap up the show and drink some honey tea.
Mm-hmm.
My voice is dead.
Good plan.
Big thank you to Jessica. Um, Big thank you to Shyla. The team Monkey is new on the team. Welcome, Monkey on the with the research team. Arietu, who did a lot here as well. The gallery first and foremost, and also big shout out to Ruby, who is down with COVID, and lastly, um, all the fabulous audience members. And I've said this before. Sometimes I feel a little burnout in the sense that everything that is sort of ongoing and deadline related, and you have you you have limited freedom to push it around because it's a program and you have an obligation. The show must go on and so on and so forth. I do admit that sometimes I get a little bit of a burnout in the sense that it is a bit frantic, and sometimes I do want to read something else, but then I have to read this because of the guest. And to 99%, the books are great, interesting, and there's something for me to discover and something to relate. But what really keeps me going is, in fact, the audience that I know from the feedback that I'm getting that people enjoy these weekly sort of discoveries. And what is to me really amazing is the feedback I get from people where they write something, I was a lapsed reader, or I didn't, I read in high school, or I read in college or whatever, and then I haven't read for a long time. And now I'm kind of reading again because I'm discovering this, and so this is just amazing. So we're going to continue. Jessica, we didn't mention Molly Flat because you hate her. No, not as a person, just her work. I, Molly's. I'm not. Listen. The I'm enthusiastic about stuff. There we go. Jessica said something positive. Will Wiles. Now, Will Wiles is great coming back. Will Wiles is an amazing British author. Um, and there you go. So what I'm also really okay. Let me finish this thought first, because what I really like is the feedback along the lines of, hey, I haven't been reading, and then I discovered this book club, and it's so awesome. So I'm back with reading, and you kind of brought me back, or this community brought me back to reading, and so on and so forth. Jessica, I don't know what you mean the last chapter, but Will Wiles, since you're speaking about Will Wiles, awesome author, book called The Way In, about a hotel that never ends. Um, oh, the last chapter of Plume. You're referring to Plume. I read all three of his books. I love The Way In, which is amazing. It's this hotel. It's really it's like The Shining, but literary fiction type. I don't know. The Shining comes to mind because it's a hotel. It's very different actually, but it's awesome. The other one is Care of Wooden Floors, which is also awesome, about a guy who's completely obsessed with his wooden floors, and then he invites a college friend who the first thing he does, like, to house sit for 3 weeks while he's somewhere else, and the first thing he does is like leave a wine bottle. He leaves a wine bottle on the floor, and then he wakes up in the morning, and then there's like a ring, where the wine kind of dropped and perspirated, and then he's trying to clean the floor, and it gets worse from there. It's hilarious. So Will Wiles is coming back. Um, good stuff. Yeah, Paradise. You should read this book. Oh man, yeah. It's and it becomes this sort of like flashback into kind of a conflict that they had back in high school, but it's all fought on floors. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you everyone for coming. This was really awesome.
Happy second
Dancers
birthday,
at the end.
Drax.
Wait, somebody posted something. Dancers at the end of time. What was that? What was that? Pauline is posting the dancers at the end of time. These goddamn drones here. They repeat everything in my chat. I'm going crazy. These drones repeat everything. Okay, so we're gonna wrap it. We're gonna wrap it. And Again, thank you. Next Wednesday is a very, very special show. I don't actually have the image here ready to go, so I can't post it for God's sakes. I'm really not well prepared. But next week we have an author that means a lot to me, who means a lot to me, not that. Sergio Della Pava. Sergio Della Pava self-published a book that became an incredible hit. A book that Jessica hates, although she doesn't even know what the title is. But Sergio Della Pava self-published a book in 2008, and then I think in 2010 it was publishers came on, and it's a huge book. It's 700 pages. Um, Sergio is a public defender in New York City, and this book is about a public defender in New York City who, and it's a indictment of the justice system, and it's brilliant. People know that I love huge books. This is really among my top 10 big, or what they call maximalist novels. It's amazing that the story that he self-published and all this kind of stuff. There was a movie made. Monkey found out, like, she was googling, there was a movie made. The movie looks really good. So this public defender in the book, he gets sucked into some scheme to intercept $30 million from a drug deal. It's called A Naked Singularity. That's right. That's the book. Oh, Janias is a naked singularity. That's what I mean. And so he has three books out, and I chose to reread this one for preparation. I haven't read the other two. The Lost Empress, I have them. It's also a big one. But A Naked Singularity is awesome, and I'll tell the story next week because I had never heard of this author. Again, this whole big thing that happened when he got really famous with this book because he self-published and was an underground hit. Totally went by me. So actually, just 3 4 years ago, I went to a used bookstore, and it just in a magnetic way, I was drawn towards this book. Maybe because naked was on the title. I don't know, but singularity was on the title. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I think it was really singularity because like this title is so weird. It's kind of cool. So right, and I bought it and it was like this is freaking insane. And Sergio is coming on the show, and he's a little tiny owl, and we're gonna be in a prison. He wants us to build a prison, and we're gonna talk about the criminal justice system. We're gonna talk about art, but we're gonna talk about his job a little bit. I the book is about many things. It's also again this perfect heist and kind of metaphysical weird stuff where he's losing his grip on reality. But there's a lot of scenes of like heartbreaking scenes of drug cases, of cases of basically entrapment. There's one scene where somebody gets busted by an undercover cop who says, "Please sell me your methadone." The cop poses as a drug addict in front of a methadone clinic, and the guy comes out of the methadone clinic and feels bad for the guy who feels he's on drugs, and he sells him the methadone, and he gets busted because it was an undercover cop. And then his girlfriend, who is pregnant, gets busted as well as an accomplice. And the main protagonist in the book, Kasi, he is defending this woman, and the judge you know, is just inhumane. I mean, it's really it it confirms what I have known as being married to an attorney who worked in the system for 20 years. That the justice system in the U.S. at least, and in other countries as well, is really kind of a war on poor people. You know, yes, black and brown people do bear the brunt, but I would actually extend it, and I will ask him: Is the is the justice system racist or classist? I think the answer is both. Um, Here we go. Actually, I found the image. Let's zoom in here. Yeah, Janaya says the war on people who have no money. In other words, poor people. And um, yeah, and that's what he's going to talk about. There's a great monkey in closing. If you can find, if you Google Sergio de la Pava and and Harper's Bazaar, because in Harper's he wrote last year he wrote a great essay. I just posted the calendar image here. If we can zoom in, and then we're gonna. Eric Mondrian says thank you. Second anniversary, thank you so much, Eric. We're gonna continue. This is Sergio de la Pava. Now you might go, that's a good looking owl, right? You're looking at this image.
I don't know, but the avatar's good looking too.
the, the human avatar is also
Oh,
very
yes.
good looking. Now, I can tell you that Sergio de la Pava in real life looks even better than his professional taken headshot.
Really?
Yes.
Can it be
I've been on
mandatory that he appears on camera?
Yes. Actually, we're going to do it first. We're going to skip all this guy's stuff. We're going to pipe in the Zoom call
Yeah.
into Second Life.
Oh, yes.
Jessica says, I'll have dinner with him. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Jessica, see, we can't get Philip Rosedale. We're going to get him. Actually, I'm going to open everything open next week. We're like, okay, Jessica wants a dinner with you. Okay, let's wrap it. I'm going to wrap it brutally. I'm going to poof. And everybody, thank you so much. Yeah, let's wrap the stream. See you next week. Second Life Book Club